Alright guys, welcome back to Rob's Arcade.
Where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
That voice you just heard was the beautiful voice of Buck Martin. Buck, you remember these games, dude. I know you do. Um, Alex Kidd, The Enchanted Castle. That's one I don't know. Alien Soldiers, I don't know either. Alien Storm, I'm pretty sure was on the other title. Oh, man. So, yes, welcome back to the second part of Rob's Retro New Game Friday. For those of you who are not familiar with what New Game Friday is, basically what it sounds like. It's new games on Friday. Now, if you don't know what New Game Friday is, that means you are probably not a subscriber, so you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you do, I will explain and reiterate for everybody out there that Dynamite Hetty, that sounds new too. That oh, excuse me, choked on my own self there. That New Game Friday does not necessarily mean that these are new games or new titles per se, but they are just simply new games and new titles in my library. Now, this is not really a new title in terms of the content, but it is a new title in my library, something I just picked up using my gift card. Thanks, Mom, from my mother-in-law for Christmas. Or was it my birthday? I think it was my birthday. I'm sorry, I take it back. I think it was my birthday. We were celebrating everything kind of all together a couple weeks ago, and she got me this gift card, and I was kind of on the fence about even doing this. I'm like, do I really want to do, like, I've got, as I was mentioning in the first part, so many of these games already. I've got like a third-party Sega Genesis that has a lot of these games downloaded, but I'm recognizing some of these titles, and I don't think it's got all of them. Like I said, I'm going to do like a little side-by-side comparison list and see what titles are included on this that are not included on my Sega Genesis. But my Sega comes preloaded, like 50 titles, a bunch of cool like Master Game or Master System stuff too, I believe. And then it has a port slot in the top, so you can also buy actual carts, which I have a lot of physical Sega carts in my collection. And it's really cool that, it comes with so many games downloaded. I was a little hesitant when I bought it, like, is this thing going to feel like the real Sega? Is it going to be like Shining Force, Shining Darkness? These two, I feel like maybe Shining Force might be in my collection. Rise Star, actually, I think I have that game, like physically, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let's take a look. While I look at these games, I'm gonna actually like tell you what physical games I have here for my Sega Genesis. I have a Super Nintendo. I have a Sega Genesis. My cousin Carson just gave me my cousin Andy's original Game Boy. He passed away. She had it. She passed it on to me. I really appreciate it. It means so much. You have no idea, because that Game Boy whole thing, like, me and my cousin Andy grew up playing Game Boy, and he's no longer with us, and he went way, way too early. And the fact that I have his Game Boy now in my possession is just something that, like, you have no idea what it means to me. You really don't. Kid Chameleon, that's something my sister and I used to play for hours. Really cool game. Really cool, really fun concept, Kid Chameleon. I can't wait till we dive into some of that. But yeah, I went ahead and I downloaded this for the reason that, in the future, if there's nothing really happening, I could just pick one of these games here, pop it in, and we can do a New Game Friday on some retro stuff, which is kind of why I decided to go ahead and I was like, I'm going to do it. I know I've got a lot of these already downloaded. Some of these games I probably have like 3 copies of. It's pretty ridiculous, but, what are you going to do? Like, let me see here. So, let's back out. We can take a look at my room here real quick, because this actually looks a lot like what my room looked like back in the day. This is a very cool 90s room. You got the yo-yo there in the corner. I don't know what the axe is all about. Maybe the golden axe, I'm guessing. There's a skateboard in there. I'm pretty sure that means something. Reminds me a lot of Green Dog. Green Dog was one of my favorite Sega games. We got the VHS tape over in the corner. The long electrical strip. Oh wait, can we? Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. You got the long electrical strip, the speaker, phone off the hook. Don't call me. I think I had a Streets of Rage poster. I definitely had an 8 ball. I don't know about the Sonic carpet, but that was the same Sega system I had. Very similar. I never had the 2-in-1 TV thing, but I did have a VCR in my room. So yeah, physical games that I have. We have Earthworm Jim. That was a really cool title. We have Batman Returns, which was a fun title on the Game Gear, which I have the Game Gear title as well. I have Batman Returns on the Game Gear as well as Ren and Stimpy on the Game Gear. I do not have a Game Gear, but if I ever get a Game Gear, I'll have a system to play with. I got Cool Spot, which is the 7-Up mascot. Really weird. Jam It, basketball game, super fun. Jam It's one of the best basketball games on Sega Genesis. Aladdin, really cool. I'm thinking about, believe it or not, it's going to sound stupid, but I have Aladdin and I have Lion King, the physical carts on Sega Genesis, and they have the uh, combo pack available. So like you can get um, Lion King and Aladdin on the PS4, and I'm thinking about doing that because that'd be like, oh, that's two of the best games on Sega Genesis, man. Two of the best games on Sega Genesis. The Aladdin is so good, and Lion King, really fun games. Lion King's super hard though. I don't know how kids were supposed to beat that. We have Toys, the Robin Williams movie, the game for that. That was a really tough, weird game. Toy Story. Speaking of Disney. Also from Disney, we have Fantasia, which a friend of mine on Instagram says is one of the worst games that they put out. So Toe Jam and Earl, I think I mentioned that one. Jurassic Park, and then of course Beavis and Butthead. Super fun. And then I actually have some games in box, which I have Batman Forever in the box. I have Jungle Strike in the box, and I have Bubsy in the box. Those are my Sega Genesis games, guys. So, yeah, if you were listening in the last part, you know that I was. What's in the extras here? We got trophies, challenges, and leaderboards. Okay, that's kind of cool. If you're looking at the last video, you kind of got like a really quick. Hold on, maybe there's like a coat hanger or something on the floor. Let me see. I'm just gonna click back in here. And then when I click out, what was that on the floor? Oh yeah, it's a coat hanger. Okay. Um, in my last video, I did like a really quick, like where I came from as far as Sega came, how it all like fit together, where Sega came from, where I came from, how we kind of met. Just being a, this is gonna be a lot of talking in these first few parts, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of like gaming right now because I want to kind of get this out before I start trying to like actually play some of these games. But we just kind of found each other being a Nintendo kid. Just like you basically in the '80s you were just a Nintendo kid. That's just you had one in your house, or your neighbor had one. Somebody always your cousin had a Nintendo. I just feel like you grew up playing Nintendo. A lot of times today, kids don't have that luxury. Not everybody has an Xbox, not everybody has a PlayStation, not everybody has a VR system. So growing up, I just feel like that was just part of your growing up. HBO, MTV, Nintendo. If anybody out there is like me, born and raised in the 80s and 90s, if you disagree, please let me know. But I feel like that was kind of the whole thing right there. You had HBO, MTV, Nintendo, Pizza Hut on the weekends. I mean, that's basically where it all rose and fell right there. But Sega Genesis was something that I was introduced to that I had no idea what it was, and then once I found it, I instantly fell in love with this system. It was a really cool thing, just a lot of graphics, a lot of colors, a lot of sound, a lot of music, cool titles. And there's so many cool documentaries if you go back and watch like the battles between Nintendo and Sega. Sega was like in your face, Sega and Extreme and like the Mountain Dew of Coca-Colas. Um, and it was interesting too because I went from just being kind of like a casual gamer, like loving Nintendo, being fortunate enough to having like a video store like across the street and a department store across the street where I can actually buy games and look at games and just kind of like walk around and, you know, being a 10-year-old kid walking through an aisle of just nothing but Nintendo games. It was a really cool time to grow up. But it wasn't until Sega was introduced that I found myself like, wow, like this is so cool. And I never really wanted a video game system until actually Sega CD came out. And what's interesting in the parallels, and I'm going to wrap up this little blah, 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 and get out of this room, and we're going to play some games here. But what's interesting in the parallels to that is when I've discovered Sega Genesis, which, like I said, this little console here is exactly what, you know, what it looked like. Uh, emulator settings, I love that. When I got that, it changed my life, and I started buying video game magazines like every freaking month. I had stacks and stacks of tips and tricks, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Game Pro. Gosh, dude, does anybody remember any of these? Buck, I know Buck's out there. Buck, I love you, Buck. I know you remember some of these. Remember Game Pro? EGM. Electronic Gaming Monthly. They would have so many cool things, tips and tricks. Well, I think it was another magazine that might have been like put out by one of the others. Of course, you had like Nintendo Power, but man, yeah, we had just like stacks of these gaming magazines in our room, and would follow all the stuff. And that's when I was like, I started keeping up with like what gaming was, and then the Sega CD came around. And for me, excuse me, take a little sip of coffee there. For me, the Sega CD changed everything. I heard about it. I knew it was coming out. Begged my dad, begged my dad to get it. Much like kids today are begging their parents to get like the PS5s and the PS4s and the Xboxes, this and that's, and the Nintendo Switches. And I was, Dad, please, please, please. He got it for me for the Christmas, and it was literally like my favorite thing. And it was such a cool. We're gonna do alphabetically. It was such a cool video game system in terms of like what you could do with it, like play music, play CDs, and all this other stuff. And it came with like it came with Sega collections. Even back in the day, like I had multiple versions of Streets of Rage. I had Streets of Rage on the Sega CD Genesis collection, and I had it on the cart hard copy. Like so, this I guess is like nothing new. But I remember when I finally decided to get a PS4. Like I was always on the fence between Xbox and PS, and like what do I want to do? And finally, you know, like with Spider-Man, being a huge Spider-Man fan, and then even some of the exclusive contents that you might have with like Batman and some of the other games that I was really into. I was like, I gotta go with PlayStation, and I'm really glad I did. I have no regrets. I have no like, oh man, I wish I'd gone to Xbox. PS uh, PS Now is PS Plus, some of my favorite little services. And I just, yeah, I just absolutely love my PlayStation, and it reminds me so much of when I was a kid, and playing these games here, and then finally getting Um, this is so weird. What's going on? What am I supposed to do? Oh no! Don't get it by the cars, dude. This is so weird. I don't think I've ever played this. Wait, can I like use the cars to jump up? Hmm. There we go. Maybe like. Okay, well I can jump on the car. That's okay. How do we get? That's so weird. Oh shoot. What kind of money is that I have up there? The U with the two lines through it. What country is this? What is the... Oh, maybe I have to go... Oh! Backtrack. I have to maybe backtrack. Ah, run! Oh, man. Get a little money there. A little insurance claim, I guess, on that car. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, but yeah, so the PlayStation and... this is so stupid. The Sega CD had like a same... Like, I remember getting my my PlayStation and having that same feeling that I had when I got my... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Getting my Sega CD back in the 90s. Oh, cool, there we go. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my money. It's on a timer, dude. You gotta get up there. Oh, shoot. So yeah, guys, this is what we used to play back in the day. Oh, is it really worth it? Spend 45. Oh, that's really. That is depressing. Whoa, hold on. Now you're supposed to be able to jump on the car and kill it. Well, okay, that time I didn't really I like all these little hands here. You got a high five, you got the peace sign. I would actually love to find a Sega CD today. So many cool games, and there was a lot of I mean, well, there's always, I feel like, a lot of like anime excuse me, anime influences in video games, especially like with Nintendo. And oh my gosh, I was running the other way, and things like Final Fantasy and that whole thing. But the Sega CD, man, there were so many really cool like anime like cut sequences and stuff like that, like in between levels that, oh man, they were beautiful. Black Hole Assault had some really cool stuff. I think it was like Soul Feast maybe had some really neat stuff in there. And oh man, that was, as a kid, not having a lot of exposure to anime, but really loving it. That was a cool way to kind of get a fix, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, I was kind of getting into anime like around like 13, 14 years old maybe, but there wasn't a lot of availability at like stores. So, you know, having these video games and being able to see Oh, the foot was clearly out, people. Being able to have like these games and be able to like see like little cool like cinematics with like Sonic the Hedgehog, even Sonic the Hedgehog on Sonic the CD had a really cool soundtrack. We're just gonna move on. Forget this. And like I said, it was a really cool way to get my anime fix. Really? What the H is that? Beat me at the game and I'll give you 50, whatever that is. What denomination of money is this, people? Or what is going on here? Will you bet your life? I guess so. Pick paper, rock, or scissors before the music stops. Ready? Oh, okay. Let's call it a tie. Okay. So those aren't the beginning of the game. I thought those were just like high fives. Oh, I had to go again. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it. Sweet. Alright, so yeah, in the beginning I thought... Oh, okay. Whatever the heck that just was. Whoa. Okay. just like in real life, people. What is that? A dung beetle? Is that what that is? Did a dung beetle just roll poop on me? Okay, yeah, see here, I thought these were just like cool, like high five, peace sign, give me some dap. But this is rock, paper, scissors. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like he's Japanese. Oh. Okay, hold on. Now, how does he get the bike? Are you messing with me right now? Do y'all see that? Homeboy got the bike. So weird. Rookie Town. Clearly. Alright, so... Oh! Plane hit me in the face. If it's not one thing, it's another. Okay, you can punch the cars too. That's pretty sweet. Again, just like in real life. Cars coming at you. Just punch it. Take that car. These things are just let them go, man. What? You can't even punch it in the butt? Like how easy your life as a gaming. Well, I guess it wasn't easy back in the day. You know, it's like now it's like hundreds of like think of GTA. You're like in a whole world. Like stuff everywhere, and then this, like we just need like a tree here, a tree there, put like a flower right here, another flower there, a building. Can you go in these buildings? Oh, you can go in these buildings. I was like, there's no way you can go in the building, but you can actually go into the building. That's pretty rad. All right, guys. R4 is telling me it's time to wrap this up. But we are going to come back with some more Alex Kidd for one more piece, the final part to this New Game Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Don't forget, man, like I said, hit that comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go rock. Oh, shit. They killed me. Like I said, hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Don't forget, like I said, guys, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, please share the video so we can get some more people in here. Like I said, maybe one of your friends want to watch this goofy game or just kind of hang out with me. Like I said, you don't want to miss any of these future videos coming up. We got more stuff coming up on this New Game Friday, as well as like unboxings. There's always just all kinds of cool stuff going on here in Rob's Arcade. So, as always, this isn't goodbye. This is simply to be continued. And until next time, guys, please don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll be right back.